Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'm going to be showing you how to draw a Buizel from Pokemon. We're going to get started in the center of our page with the nose. So we're going to draw a sideways oval, starting from the top. We're going to curve around to the bottom and then back up towards the top. Let's fill the nose in black. Now from here we're going to draw in the lower half of the head. Starting from the left side of the nose, we're going to go across and then up towards the left. Go to the right side and do the same thing. Going across and then up. Let's round out the cheeks and then come down towards the chin. Starting on the left, round out the cheek, come down and in towards the bottom, towards the center. Let's do the same thing on the right. Round out the cheek, come down, and we're just going to connect the bottom with a curve. Now let's draw in the mouth. In the center, we're going to start with a point. From this point, we're going to curve down and out toward the left, leaving a little gap along the bottom of the chin. Go back to the top, we'll curve down and out towards the right. Now we're going to draw two whiskers on either side. Starting from the top on the left, we're going to draw a long oval, angling down and in, then back out. We're going to fill that in black. Now we're going to step down and draw that same thing. Come down and in, and back out. Fill that in black. Let's take those and flip it over on the right. Now let's move up and draw on the eyes. We start on the left side. We're going to draw a curve, almost like a half oval, going up to the top of the eye. We're going to round this out and then pull that down on top of the cheek. Let's do the same thing on the right. Starting in here, curve up towards the top, rounding out the eye, and then pulling that down on top of the cheek. Now we're going to go to the inside and draw on the pupil. Starting from the top of the eye, curve around, down towards the bottom. Now we're going to pull that up on the inside. Let's do the same thing on the right. Start with the inside, curve down, and then pull that up towards the top. Now we're going to add a small oval along the top for the highlight. Starting at the top on the left, curve down, and back up. Do the same thing on the right side. Now I'm going to fill the pupils in black. Now we're going to add two angled ovals for the eyebrow. Starting on top of the left eye, we're going to curve down and in. We're going to round this out, go back out, and then close off the end with a curve. Let's do the same thing on the right side. We're just going to flip this over. Starting from the top of the eye, we're going to curve out towards the top, round it out, come back in, round out the inside, and then back out. Now we're going to move to the outside and draw on the side of the head. Starting from the top of the cheek, we're going to go up, and we're just going to curve that into right about there. We're going to leave a gap along the top. Let's move over to the right, curve out, around the eye, and then down on top of the cheek. Now let's add those two curved spikes along the top of the head. Starting from this line, curve over toward the left. Now we're just going to pull that straight up. We're going to round up the top, pulling that back down. Now I'm just going to curve this out toward the left and just down to right about here. We want to leave a little gap on top of the head. Let's add another spike. We're going to step up, curve out toward the left. We're going to round this out. And we're going to come straight down and then pull that in towards the side of the head. Now we're going to add that large collar around the head. It's almost like a sideways oval. So on the side of the head, curve out around the cheek, come down in the middle. Now I'm going to pull this back up on the right side, going around and then back in. Now I'm going to move down and draw two arms coming down. Starting on the left, curve out. Now I'm just going to pull that in. Let's go to the right side and do the same thing. Curving out, rounding out the arm, and then pulling that into the same height. Now on the left side, I'm going to round out the hand, curving around. I'm just going to pull that out and up. Let's do the same thing on the right. Rounding out the hand, curving up, and then out. From the inside edge of the arm, we're going to step down, we're going to draw a curve, coming in and straight up underneath the collar. Do the same thing on the right side. let's move back down and add in the fingers. We're gonna draw 2 curves on the end of the hand, curving out and up, stepping out, draw that same curve, do the same thing on the right side. Now let's add in the lower part of the belly. Starting underneath the hand on the left, curve down, and then back up underneath the hand on the right. Now we're gonna add 2 fins on the side of the arm. Starting on the left side, we're gonna curve this out, and we'll just pull that back in towards the side of the arm. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving out, and pulling that in. We're gonna add 2 lines. On the top, we're gonna angle down and in behind the arm. Do the same thing on the right. Now we're gonna go in the opposite direction along the bottom, coming down and out. Let's continue working down with the legs. From the bottom corner of the fin, curve down and out towards the side of the leg. We're gonna round up the leg and then pull that in. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curving down and out, rounding up the leg, and then we'll just pull that in. Let's connect these 2 points with a curve going up in the middle. So we'll start on the left side. We're gonna round this out, going up, flatten off the inside, and then back down on the right. Now let's draw on the feet. Starting from the left side, we're gonna curve this out, round up the foot, come in. Now we're just gonna pull that up underneath the leg. Let's take that and flip it over on the right. We start with the inside, curve down and out, round up the foot, and then we'll just pull that in behind the leg. Let's add 2 curves for the toes. Starting from the left side, curve up and in. We're gonna step out and draw that same curve. Let's take that and flip it over on the right. Starting with the inside, step out. Now the last thing we're gonna do is add the tail over on the left. So we're gonna start on the side of the leg. We're gonna start by curving out. Now we're just gonna pull that up. Now we're gonna curl over the end of the tail, going out towards the left. Now we're just gonna taper that back in. The short curve coming in. I'm just gonna pull that down to right about there. Let's add the second end of the tail. About halfway along this curve, I'm gonna curve up and in towards the body. Now I'm just gonna curve this around, down, and then in behind the leg. Down, and just pull that in. I'm just gonna add a couple curves on the tips of the tail. Starting from the left side, we're gonna curve down and up with a short half circle. Now we're gonna do that again. We're gonna come down and then up. Let's do the same thing with the inside. Starting up here, we're gonna curve down and up. Do that one more time, curving down and up. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Buizel from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send me your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.